China's dating scene is facing a dramatic shift. Some call it the rise of the land of daughters. The blind date market has become so unbalanced. At elite matchmaking events, women now pay thousands in fees while men attend for free. Yet the ratio remains as extreme as 50 to 1. Beneath the surface lies a deeper issue: rising expectations, shrinking options, and the emotional toll of modern love. Have you noticed? The dating market seems to be flooded with women. Recently, cities like Shenzhen, Nanjing, and Qingdao made headlines for blind date events where the gender imbalance reached 1 to 50. 50 women for every one man. Earlier this year, Chengdu's People's Park had to suspend new female registrations because all the seats were already taken. In Shanghai, reports say the ratio has reached 1 to 9, 9 women competing for each eligible man. One of the most extreme cases I've seen recently was a woman born in 1993 who came to me with her 3 no's policy. No interest if the man doesn't own a house, car, or have savings. Must be at least 1.8 meters tall. No more than 5 women in his contacts list. I told her the first 2 conditions alone eliminate over 90% of Chinese men. And as for banning more than 5 female contacts, that's excessive. She said, "You don't understand. This is what love is. It's about possessiveness. Guys love when girls are clingy." I didn't even argue. I just said, "Then you're not looking for a partner. You're picking a concubine. I can't help with that." In Wuhan, an all-female matchmaking event took place. Over 700 women showed up, all dressed to impress. The catch? Men could attend for free, but women had to pay 3,800 yuan each. Despite expectations, not a single man showed up. Last year in Hangzhou, a similar scene unfolded. Hundreds of women, barely any men. The difference? Men were required to pay 2,000 yuan to enter, while women attended for free. It's easy to understand why men wouldn't show up when they have to pay. But now, even when women are asked to pay, many still won't. In Wuhan alone, there are reportedly over 1 million single women, and public perception toward women over 30 remains harshly dismissive. Someone once asked me, "Sister Lu, do women really have to pay for matchmaking events? You have no idea how imbalanced the gender ratio is in Yingkou. The ratio of high-quality men to high-quality women is 1 to 5. That's 5 women competing for 1 desirable man. Of course, women have to pay." In public matchmaking parks, the reality is often harsh. Gender ratios are heavily skewed, with far more women than men, and the competition is intense. Some women are dropping their standards entirely, even offering to pay for cars or homes just to secure a match. Whether kindergarten teachers or university professors, families are doing everything they can, offering dowries, skipping gift requests, just to find a stable future for their daughters. In Xiamen, I was stunned by what I saw. Many mothers-in-law outright said, "We don't need dowries. We don't want cars or houses. We'll even provide the house." Most of the women were aged 28 to 35. Highly educated, successful, and capable. Ironically, their excellence seems to work against them. At the matchmaking corner in Hebin Park, Guiyang, the scene is similar. Younger women, ages 22 to 28, are in high demand. But women over 35, even those who own cars and homes, are largely ignored. The supply of women far exceeds the demand. Some older women have become more pragmatic, skipping dowries, offering homes, just hoping to find someone dependable. So why are women outnumbering men so dramatically in the dating scene? Analysts point to a cruel double standard and a psychological divide. Unlike women, men tend to stay away from the blind date market if they feel financially insecure. First, it costs money they don't want to waste. Second, repeated rejections damage their self-confidence. A few failed dates are enough to make them quit altogether. Over time, fewer men participate. And let's be honest, under equal circumstances, many ordinary women won't even consider ordinary men. Theoretically, a woman earning 3,000 yuan a month could match with a man making 3,500. But that's rarely how it plays out. The popular female fantasy of a man who owns a home, is financially stable, and treats her like a queen, has little room in today's dating reality. A fellow matchmaker summed it up perfectly. She sees countless singles every day, and many come in as if making a wish list. They want everything, but reality hits hard. In Beijing today, the single ratio is said to be 1 to 10. Honestly, I'm being conservative here, but people still refuse to self-reflect. Every day, older single women show up with high expectations. That's fine. Divorced women with children also come in. Okay, fine. But now, even 60-year-old women are making wish lists. One told me, "I want a man my age with multiple Beijing properties, who's kind to his kids, and will give me his entire pension." I asked her, "What do you bring to the table? Can you give him another child? Can you ignite his hormones one more time?" Let's be real. If he's wealthy and healthy, why would he choose you? In today's dating market, delusion is expensive, and self-awareness is priceless. Love isn't found in checklists. It's built on reality, humility, and mutual value. Because no matter how high your standards rise, one truth remains: you can't demand what you're not willing to become. Marriage isn't a fairy tale, and love can't be measured in money. But in parts of China, skyrocketing dowries and last-minute demands have turned weddings into high-stakes transactions, damaging trust and dignity between families. Is it worth risking a relationship over financial leverage? These stories offer a sobering look, and perhaps your own answer. In one dramatic case, a groom abruptly canceled his wedding after a shocking last-minute demand from the bride's family. The two families had initially agreed on a dowry of 300,000 yuan, roughly $41,000. The groom's family had scraped together the sum, hoping to honor the agreement. But just before the ceremony, as the bride prepared to get into the wedding car, her family suddenly demanded another 300,000 yuan. The reason? They said the money would help buy a home for the bride's younger brother, and insisted the wedding wouldn't go forward without it. The groom, unable to produce more money, was devastated. Faced with this ultimatum, he walked away. "I don't want a marriage like this. I can't love anymore. I'm leaving your world. Please stop lingering around my house. For now, let's separate. You know in your heart what happened. Isn't it your mother's fault? You think you're justified just because you didn't show up at the ceremony? You left me to face the humiliation alone? Blame your mother. We agreed on 200,000 yuan. I struggled to gather that for you, and suddenly she demanded another 200,000 for your brother. Why should I pay for his marriage? We're a family. Why can't you help? I'm calling off the wedding. Your mom is clearly trying to exploit me. What do you take me for? A fool. Our love was priceless to me, but it was never up for negotiation. This wedding is off." The next story, a woman dating her boyfriend for 3 years watched him walk away after her family demanded a steep dowry. They asked for 600,000 yuan. She tried to reassure her boyfriend, "I'll bring a dowry of my own." But his family rejected the demand outright. "We've been together for 3 years, and now you're testing me with a 600,000 demand? What are you trying to prove?" She believed he would compromise. Instead, he chose someone else, a younger woman, born after 2000, who made her values clear. "I don't want any dowry or bride price. Let's work hard together." The man married her instead. In another case, a 36-year-old woman faced repeated rejection from matchmakers. She had specific criteria: a man at least 180 centimeters tall, earning over 10,000 yuan a month. But the matchmaker gave her a blunt reality check. "I'm 168 centimeters tall, weigh 125 pounds, and I'd rate myself a 6 out of 10 in looks." You want a man who's never been married, doesn't have kids, is over 180 centimeters tall, and makes more than 100,000 yuan a year. That's not realistic, unless he has serious flaws like poor health, low education, or bankruptcy. Otherwise, he won't choose you. This painful exchange reveals a tough truth. Many older singles still hold on to outdated expectations. Meanwhile, younger generations tend to be more practical, focusing less on wealth and more on partnership. While tradition once framed dowries as symbols of respect, today's excessive demands often signal greed. Your family isn't an ATM. Don't marry for status. Marry someone who will face life's storms by your side. In the end, true love isn't priced. It's built together. China built cities for millions. Now they're empty. From bustling metropolises to remote villages, the silence is deafening. Where did everyone go? And why is no one talking about it? At first glance, it looks like a vacation resort, but it's actually a deserted village. This is Qingdao village in Nanjing Shaoguan, Guangdong. There's no one farming, no poultry, and no residents in sight. Not a single villager can be found. There are solar-powered street lamps and signal towers, modern infrastructure, but no people. Is it really a Saturday? There's not a single car on Friendship Road in Harbin. The city feels eerily empty. Across China, travelers and bloggers are discovering deserted villages and ghost towns, empty homes, shuttered shops, lifeless streets. This village once housed over 1,000 families. Now not one remains. Inside, abandoned homes with garages still contain vehicles. Everything is left as if people vanished overnight. Entire residential complexes are closed. 8th-floor supermarkets, bun shops, even pharmacies. And at the local hospital, no sign of life. This village once had 5,000 residents. It's a ghost town now. Posters on the walls date back to 2019. The place feels frozen in time. It's like a scene from a post-apocalyptic movie. Abandoned schools, kindergartens, and post offices. The silence is chilling. While state media avoids the topic, the Chinese Communist Party, CCP, is well aware. Officially, China now has over 50 empty cities. These ghost towns stretch across provinces, from Guizhou and Jiangxi to Guangxi, Fujian, and beyond. One traveler discovered a Tibetan village near Ali, Tibet, expecting to find locals, but was met with silence. The homes were open, as if people fled midday. Beautiful houses left in disarray. Where is everyone? The blogger asks, clearly shaken. Another empty settlement, well-constructed homes, even schools, all deserted. This was part of Danjiangkou City. Now, not a soul remains. The streets are pristine, the buildings intact. But life is gone. This eerie silence extends beyond villages. China's economy is shrinking, and so are its cities. Daya Bay looks like a ghost town. Its central district is now farmland. There's no one here. Even Shanghai's famous pedestrian streets are nearly empty on weekends. For a global city, it looks abandoned. Cities like Beijing, Guangzhou, and Dongguan also report barren shopping malls and silent streets, even during the Dragon Boat Festival, a traditionally busy time. The question many are asking, where has everyone gone? China's 2021 census claimed a population of 1.44 billion, but many citizens don't believe it. There's no one here. How can China have 1.4 billion people? I ate at a restaurant today. No other customers came in. This is normal now. In 1995, China had less than 1.2 billion people, yet it felt overcrowded. Streets and train stations were packed. Now, even in the countryside, fields are empty, cities silent. It's surreal. So where have the people gone? One person shared, "My younger relative died suddenly. No prior illness, just collapsed." This is happening more and more. While the CCP remains tight-lipped, their own CDC recently hinted that the current COVID-19 outbreak has peaked or declined. But on the ground, infections are widespread and deaths are rising. Mr. Tao, Jilin resident, "In just 2 days, several people I know have died. Some were elderly but healthy. They just dropped dead." Mr. Kai, Zhengzhou resident, Official media lies. They underreport deaths. I know people in their 40s and 50s who died suddenly. Hospitals refuse to acknowledge COVID as the cause. Shockingly, even medical professionals are not spared. Reports indicate that many doctors in cities like Guangzhou, Guizhou, Hunan, and Kunming have died recently, mostly in their 50s. An elderly doctor at a top-tier hospital in Guangzhou reportedly died within 2 days of infection. His hospital forbade reporting the incident. Kong Hong, clinic doctor, Guangzhou. Doctors in top hospitals have died. The Health Bureau told us not to report, just disinfect and wear masks. Chen Yang, traditional medicine doctor, Zhuzhou, Hunan. We're not allowed to say deaths were caused by COVID. I believe the real population is below 1 billion. Hundreds of millions may have died. Chen Shuhan, columnist for Beijing Spring. During the worst of the pandemic, there were so many deaths, crematoriums couldn't keep up. If the real numbers were released, people would be terrified. From village doctors to urban citizens, people across China are dying. But the CCP remains focused on silencing the truth. As the regime claims to govern for the people, its actions reveal otherwise: concealment, denial, and control. And now, as entire towns vanish into silence, the rest of the world watches, wondering how long this illusion can hold.